What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 54 Yards, Season 5, Episode 3. And today we have on board for you guys the ACC Conference. I guess I don't have to say conference because the last C stands for conference. But,
Atlantic Coast.
yes, sir. But here we are, nonetheless. Cam, how you doing today? Sorry I have to put you to this misery of the ACC.
Oh man, I'm doing good. Happy to be here on just today, the 12th. We're on a beautiful Wednesday. Out here, fall camps up and running.
Full pass.
It's been approximately a week. You guys know the dog days of fall camp are no joke. They probably have gotten either one day off, and if they got that day off, it wasn't, it might not have been practice, but they were still, putting that work in. So fall camp's going around the country. This is the third conference we're going to be previewing. Second conference we're going to be previewing. It felt like we previewed the SEC when we did our schools, but we're actually going to get to that. I think we'll probably save that for the last week. I would say we'll probably do Big 12 next, probably do SEC next. We're not going to cover any G6
and then
conferences.
That should probably lead us into week 0, no?
Yeah, and we're not going to cover any G6 conferences. We might maybe we sprinkle during the SEC pod, since we're not going to do OU Texas, maybe we sprinkle something in there, or maybe we do it week 0 for you guys to kind of talk about maybe some teams that we think could make some noise, I guess, in the G6, maybe for those playoff spots. But yeah, man, super excited for this episode. We're going to jump it off, man. We were just mentioning fall camp, and there's a lot of expectations, so to say, for both Oklahoma and Texas this season. So Carlos, I think I'm going first. Sorry, I'm scrambling right now. I'm trying to get
No, you're all good.
I'm trying to get my outline going, but here we go. Got the outline up. But yeah, you're gonna start it off. We got fall camp going. So we're going into, I think this is Brent's 5th season. Yeah, because Sark's 6th season, so Brent's a year behind Sark. But this is Brent's 5th season, and we're gonna be going into our 3rd year in the SEC. So what's that gonna look like, right? We're gonna enter this season, after going 10-3 with our playoff loss. We opened up as number 9 in the coaches poll, which me and Carlos reviewed last week. And then, Mateer's healthy this year, after the thumb injury that kind of disrupted last season. We're hearing a lot of things around camp, and I have a lot of insight. I actually do have sources, guys, tier 1 sources, by the way. But, we're hearing a lot of good things. We're hearing that he's a lot better in game situations. His feet are actually staying connected to the ground. His mechanics look good. And this is from, people who actually know what they're looking at the position. Obviously, he's throwing a couple picks, here and there, but I think people that don't understand really what happens in fall camp, that's very normal, right? It's practice. You're going to kind of take a little bit more risk than you would in a game usually. And then also too, these defenses know their quarterbacks, know the receivers. They know the tendencies, exactly like what they're going to do, so it's not like you're facing new people, right? And then the offense isn't game planning the defense. They're just running their offense. So, in a usual game, you're going to game plan against who you're playing, your opponent, their weaknesses. What do you think you do better than they do, and things like that. So all in all, there's been a couple picks, but when you're playing the type of defense that we have, I'm not really concerned about it. Like, I would actually be concerned if he was just lighting us up, honestly. I think the side of a good football team is if there's a ton of back and forth in fall camp. I personally think that. In the past, when we had Lincoln Riley and all the quarterbacks we had back in the day, I mean, I was hearing that the offense was scoring at will, and clearly they were good. They were scoring at will, but we saw the defenses, literally, anybody could score against us. So, got some Heisman noise, right? Not really concerned about that. Everybody, this is the time of year everybody goes crazy over fall camp clips, which we'll get to some of those here soon. But is Oklahoma better off with Mateer entering 2026 with less Heisman hype than he had entering in 2025? Obviously I'm going to say, yeah, I think a lot of people are still high on Mateer. I mean, Josh Pate just put out his SEC list of quarterbacks, and he literally had Chambliss 1, Arch 2, and then Mateer 3. So, clearly he's still high on him. He's a well-known media source. A lot of people are high on him. Right, this year they think he's going to kind of take that step up, especially being healthy. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think for him, just being back at Oklahoma again, knowing the expectations, and also just knowing what you're going to face, it's a lot different. When you first transferring from the Washington State, right? You're going into the SEC. You know kind of what you're going to face. The offensive line in the run game. Ben Arbuckle has called the offensive line one of the groups he's the most proud of. I've been high on this offensive line, really since the end of last year. Fasusi Foje, Eddie Pierre-Louis, Jake Michaela, and then Robinson from Arkansas, who slotted to be the potential right tackle. I mean, I'm hearing good things about them, but I'm really hearing good things about some of the backups, like Noah Best, who's a true freshman. He's kind of playing guard. He's kind of moving all over the place tackle. Apparently, he's standing up Jaden Jackson in one-on-one situations. And if you guys know about Jaden Jackson, real thick, squatty, like straight up, 3-tech nose tackle, like just a stump in the ground, like one of those guys that are hard to move. So that's just good to hear that your freshmen are actually capable of playing and even maybe contributing. And if you guys know about Bill Beatingbow, I mean, the dude will start whoever. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman, a walk-on, the highest paid guy. He always is trying to just get to his best five, which is what I like about him a lot. Michael Fasusi, experienced senior or sophomore, rather than a true freshman learning on the fly. Yeah, I think he's going to take a big leap. I kind of compare him to like a Trevor Gooseby or who's the guy y'all had before Gooseby, Campbell, or the one that plays for the Saints?
Yeah,
Banks.
Kelvin Banks.
Yeah, so that's kind of who he reminds me of.
Really, that whole offensive line in general.
Yeah,
except for probably our center. Because that offensive line we had 2 first rounders?
Banks and who else? I don't know.
I think we had 2 first rounders.
I thought y'all had one.
I know Kelvin Banks. He went to the Saints.
That was 2023.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, he kind of reminds me of Fasusi reminds me of a Kelvin Banks, a Trevor Gooseby, right? Like these highly touted offensive linemen that play, tackle, right? They come in and they kind of just dominate off rip. They're kind of just very good players at the start of the season, right? So I'm excited for him. I think he's gonna have a good season. He looks really good. I mean, I just remember watching the game last year against Michigan. I was like, this dude's legit. Track physicality, communication, and whether Lloyd Avant gives the offense a dependable weekly rushing identity. Yeah, see, the thing is, Lloyd Avant right now is considered our RB1. I don't think he finishes the year RB1. Obviously, McCullough said if we had to start the season, he would be the running back 1. But I think that's just due to, availability. Blaylock was hurt. X was hurt, in spring. But apparently X has been full go this week. He's had a good week. Jonathan Hatton, unfortunately, got a concussion a couple days ago. So, he's been hurt, right? So, we'll see kind of what happens with him, kind of like what he's going to look like. Cause I want him to get those reps and we're really high on him. But yeah, man, I mean, I think whoever plays running back for us is going to do well. I'm not really concerned about it. We're running some, really good plays, some stuff we used to run back in the day. Don't want to get into, got to watch myself, right? Cause I know a lot, so I don't want to go too off in the deep end. You know what I mean? But, is offensive line improvement the single biggest factor?
It was just Banks.
It was Banks?
Yeah, but we had 3 go in the first.
Y'all had probably a receiver.
Yeah, Xavier. We had a Golden. No, it was 2025.
Xavier,
2025.
And
it was Banks.
2023.
No, 2025. Banks, Jade, and Golden.
Got you. That's right. Yeah. But I think this is the single biggest factor. I think the offensive line is gonna improve though. I mean, they're just young. We have one of the best coaches in the sport. The talent is clearly there. So I think that while that is the biggest factor, I mean, that's just like kind of common, right? The offensive line's great. I think the rest of the team's going to be great. I really do think though, like the tight end room, like I've been saying it, I just think the ability to have tight ends help your running game, help the offensive line and actually be able to run routes and contribute. And they're actual like big bodies, I think that's going to be super beneficial to the offense being good.
I mean, you've seen it with our offense, you know? I mean, the
Yeah.
past few years we've had tight ends that are athletes and they do both, and, you know, go up and get the ball and block.
You know, you just have like a
I mean, in the biggest
reliable target in
games,
the red
yeah,
zone.
in the biggest
Yeah.
games that they've contributed, you know?
First downs, like possession guys, getting, security blanket,
Mhm.
they're the closest receiver ideally to the quarterback, right? They're either lined up in the slot or sometimes they may be split out wide, but they're either lined up in the slot or they're on the line of scrimmage. So
Yeah.
like that's why you see QBs, throw to them early and often, right? Isaiah Satenga he returned believing he still has more to show, which I definitely agree with. Natural conversation. Does he have a legitimate chance to be wide receiver one? Absolutely. I think he's very explosive. He looks really good right now. He's one of those guys that you don't hear much about because he just does what he does every day, kind of just an expectation at this point. And I'm excited for him to be in the slot. And I also think with Mateer being better, there's a lot of throws that were missed. I mean, if you go watch, shout out Brooks Austin, congrats to him. Jumped into his own content full time. But if you look at his film study breakdowns and you watch that Alabama game, Satanga was open a lot, in that game early and often. There was some throws he missed, Mateer and him probably should have scored on the first play of the game in that game. So I expect for him to have a good year. I mean, we Carlos has talked about it. I've talked about it. Like, we know what he's capable of. Now, can we expect him to get the 6, 7, 8, catches a game from him, right? Like, that's when you kind of take that next step. Because sometimes he'll have 3 catches, right? And he's explosive. So that's why the stats look the way they do. But, with the increased volume, can we see him, every week he's, around that 80 to 90 yards receiving, right? That's kind of where I think a guy like that could be, right? So, and for the defense, David Stone remains one of the faces of a unit carrying major expectations. I mean, I was listening to the Oklahoma breakdown, shout out Teddy and Gabe, and they said he's the most dominant player they've seen on the field so far in a fall camp since Creed Humphrey and CeeDee Lamb. And obviously those two guys are, very good NFL players. Both have been all pros. Both have been pro bowlers. Both have gotten, major contracts in the NFL. So that's exciting to hear because I think if David Stone takes that leap to where he should go, this defense should be hell on wheels. I mean, if you have an interior defensive lineman that can wreck the game like that and dominate the game like that, then that changes a lot. That really does, and that actually makes it a lot easier for the secondary and the linebackers. And then Jaden Jackson, he's praised his consistency. Right, they were teammates at IMG, so I love to hear that. And then my last thing I'm gonna say about Oklahoma for my check-in is what has to look noticeably different about Oklahoma's offense by week 3 for you to believe it is actually better? Man, I was actually funny because I was in the OU Discord today and we were talking about Mateer's stat lines, right? We played 2 top 30 defenses in the first before we played Texas, Auburn, and Michigan. And Mateer was averaging through those first 4 games before he broke his thumb around 350 total yards a game. But someone posted the Illinois State stats, and yeah, Mateer threw for 392 and he ran for like I think 24. But dude, the running game, like I think Torrey ran for 42 yards, and I think X ran for like 21 yards, and I think Torrey was averaging like 4.1 a carry, X was averaging like 2.8 or something low. And that was against Illinois State, and clearly they were a good team. They literally played for the FCS National Championship, so they weren't bad by any means. But this is Oklahoma, right? Like in a game like that, you should be able to do whatever you want to, as far as running the football and on the ground. And that was kind of a telltale sign of how the season was going to go from that standpoint. We had a couple of here or there moments, right? X is running against Ole Miss. I think against South Carolina, X and Torrey both ran for 100 yards. X against Tennessee. Like we had some kind of moments sprinkled in through there, but we didn't have a consistent, reliable running game, and that was kind of our downfall last year. I think is why we didn't really go on a run once we got into the playoffs or beat some of the teams that I felt like we could have beat last year. But yeah, for me to believe it, that has changed by week 3. One, I got to see Mateer take care of the football. Like clearly, we play Michigan week 2. Like we play a good team. It's on the road. If he turns the ball over in that game, it is what it is. But I need to see. Yeah, big noon because y'all play at night that day.
Yep.
So I hope that he takes care of the football, and you know, at the end of the day, like things happen. People are gonna make plays. They're playing the other good teams too. They get coached over there too. They get paid over there too. Is what people like to say. But really, I think I want to see good play calling in the run game, and I want to see it executed. Like against UTEP, bro. Like I think if I'm a coach on that staff, and if I really want to emphasize this run game, I think it's a team they collectively need to run for 200 plus as a team. You know, you need to show college football and to get the belief in the team that we can run the ball at will and efficiently. And against a team like UTEP, when you have the better caliber athletes, that should be the goal. And honestly, if they do that, and then against Michigan, if they're able to, run for 100 to 150 in that game as a team, I'll like where we're at, because Michigan, they're going to have a good run defense, right? So if you're able to have success against them, you should feel good about kind of whoever else you play in the SEC. But that's my OU check-in. I know I went a little long. Hopefully, we're still on track with the timing.
Yeah, I was gonna keep mine short to do a little catch up, but it's all good, man. Hey, man, you're excited. Season's almost here. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I was gonna ask a question though.
Go ahead.
With y'all's offensive line being as good as it's been, how come y'all haven't been able to run the football? Our problem is we can't run block. That was our problem. We could pass block, and it showed that we could pass block, except for last year.
Except the interior. Yeah.
But
I mean, I would say our O-line wasn't good last year, and definitely wasn't really good Jackson Arnold's year. But I mean, he also made it worse.
I knew it wasn't his fault.
Well, listen, and I know Steve's gonna love that, but he actually made it worse because the dude just held onto the ball forever. I mean, you saw it last year.
Nobody was hoping, man.
Nah, bro, even at Auburn, bro, I'm like, bro, throw the ball. So, Cam Coleman can't get open. That's what they're saying. Then,
he don't need to be.
You said it, not me. But I looked at it and I'm like, I think the offense. I think Bill had to adjust to kind of like the scheme. I think they were blocking more for like when we had Lincoln Riley. We weren't really coming off the football. I think now we're coming off the football. I think it's going to help a lot. And they were just young. And I think the problem is we haven't had any continuous continuity on the O-line. It's always been a bunch of portal guys kind of like filling the holes in the roster. This is the first time like where a lot of the guys that are starting are recruited outside of Michaela, but it'll be his second year. So he's been there, more than one season. And then this Robinson dude, even though he's only going to be a 1-year rental, the dude started like 3 or 4 seasons at Arkansas. People can say what they want about Arkansas, but when it comes to O-line, like they were well coached. Like Sam Pittman's a great offensive line coach. And then he only gave up 3 sacks in like 3 sacks all year last year or something crazy. It was low. So it's like clearly,
doing something right.
he's solid, right? So yeah, just to answer your question, I think that's really why. I mean, I just don't think we haven't had like consistent continuity there. Okay. That's really what I think the problem has been. So,
all righty. Well, on to the best university in the world. It's just kind of hard to talk about us, man. I hate talking about us, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because it's like you get the same thing every week in and week out. Like, oh, Arch. Oh, Cam Coleman. Oh, Texas offense. Oh, Steve Sarkisian play. Same old, same old. But we do look good in fall camp. And one thing that has stood out to me is the backup quarterbacks. KJ Lacey, they've talked very highly of him. And he's looked really good. Yes, Dia, but he's just not going to play. So I'm not. I mean, he could if Arch gets hurt and KJ has to start. I mean, there's always the opportunity. Don't get me wrong. But more of just the KJ Lacey and how much, he's progressed throughout the years. And if he does need to come in, then I feel like we're at a good spot. Because like last year, KJ was like the third string.
Because Matt Campbell actually did have to play.
No, it was Caldwell.
Yeah. Sorry, Caldwell.
Yeah, it was against Florida.
Mississippi State.
And
Mississippi State.
Yeah. So,
well, he won y'all the game, basically. I mean, he threw the touchdown.
Yeah, that's
Mississippi
true.
State,
But it's just nice to have that confidence in, having a good backup quarterback if he does get hurt. I mean, look at y'all last season,
Man.
season. Like,
I mean,
it was tough to watch the game. And then what was the season before that?
I mean,
As well,
honestly,
right?
every year since Brent has been a head coach, we've had to have the backup play a game at some point. You know,
Like what was that year y'all just did not throw the football against us? Like that was not fun to watch. That was like
that was his
2020.
first year. That was BV's first year when we had to run Wildcat because Dylan Gabriel got that concussion against TCU, and then Davis Bevel they didn't trust him to throw the football at all, so they just ran Wildcat with Brandon Willis.
Like you just like stuff like that you just don't want to see. But that's all the defense is. They say it looks good. That's one of the things where I have to see it to believe it. You know, we brought Balls in, and they say he's calling Simmons-esque. So, you know, with them two wreaking havoc on the field, you know, I love that. We got youngins at DBs who played a lot last season, and it seems as if even one of the youngins might not even play much, as in Jonah Williams, because other people they shift some people around, and you know he just took a spot. But all in all, I mean, everything seems fine. It's just hard because it's like I don't know I just don't know what to think of the defense yet. Like I don't know. Like it's just such a question mark. Like if it obviously we had PK, like oh yeah, I mean our defense is gonna show up. You know our defense is gonna be legit. You know that we're gonna hold. You know that bend don't break. That was his mentality, and you're confident that our defense was gonna go out there and keep us in the game no matter where the game was at. But this year, I mean, he hasn't been a DC since what 2016, or probably before that. That was the last time he was a head coach was 2016. No. So last time he was an actual DC was probably like 2012 or something.
He hasn't called plays in over 10 years. I mean, he was obviously at Georgia, but I mean,
it's different calling plays and being an analyst.
Yeah, he wasn't calling plays. They had what's the dude's name?
Bobo?
The other DC. No, that's the OC. It's like Dan Shulin or my tweet Georgia.
I just say Kirby Smart.
Yeah, Glenn Schumann. I knew it was Schumann something. Yeah. He's the DC, but like
I think Sark needs to do what Kirby does. Yeah, I think he is the DC, but when it comes down to like key parts of the game, key moments, when you see Kirby call that, hey, timeout.
Yeah, you take over.
And then he takes over and be like, all right, this is what I see, this is what we're gonna do. And then it works.
Should do that.
Yeah,
I think Sark should have a real good play caller, and I think he should maybe have 15 to 20 plays max that he has on his sheet that he's like, okay, like these are situational or these are like I need to get us back in the game. I'm gonna call it. Like that's what I think he should do. But you know, that's another story.
Yeah, for sure.
Conversation for another day.
But you know, I just don't know what to expect with our defense. That's the only thing. We have the dogs on our defense. It's just how is it gonna look when it comes time to get on the field? You know, is it gonna be so aggressive where we get burned, but we're also gonna break you? But we're going to let up a few points, or is it going to be like a shutdown dominant defense? I know we wanted a more aggressive defense, so that could, bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
But I don't know. With our defense, it's just a question mark. I know that we look good on defense, but I just don't know how that is going to translate to the game. I hope it translates well. But that's my biggest question mark going into the season. I think I've said that plenty of times is how's our defense going to look? Because you're replacing a top 5 defense for the last 3-4 years. Like, they know something we don't because you just don't replace that. But we'll see. But as far as offense goes, I mean, they're saying, Cam Coleman and Arch are getting a nice, connection going.
Yeah, they're getting the chemistry going, Yeah, they're getting it going. I mean,
as long as, we can protect Arch, I think our offense, sky's the limit. I think we have the ability to score at will. I generally do. But it all starts with the offensive line, I mean, you watched last year, you brought up Brooks Austin, but you watched the Arch video.
Michigan.
You watched against Michigan, and you saw how atrocious our line looked.
It was also crazy too, because like watching that video, and shout out to that video, man. If you guys really want to watch him film, like he does a great job.
And all y'all saying that throw was bad, he said it was good, just like I did.
Yeah, it was a good throw. I agree. You got to catch the ball.
You did in that first.
I mean, he still had to die for it. So is it a good throw?
I
But
mean,
under the circumstances, yes, it was a good throw. Yes, I will
yes,
say that.
under the circumstances, it's a good throw. Now, if the pocket was clean, then yeah, that's a little bit different. But
well, that's the problem too. Is on that video is like there was guys doing like just basic. They're making basic mistakes. Even good players like Gooseby, and it's like this is game 13.
Yeah.
You know, like it ain't the start of the year. So
like, how do you not know who to block at this point?
Literally. And you're jacking people up because you're trying to overcorrect, and then people have nobody to block.
And then that's when the penalties start coming in. It's like, dude, there's a holding. God. But anyways, it all depends on our offensive line. I think our sky's the limit with our offense. We have a solid offensive line, which I believe that we will. I think the sky's the limit with our offense. I think Arch did a great job of protecting the ball last season with the limited of production that he had with the offensive line and having to throw the rush the ball. But I think that'll stay the same. No, not much turnovers. Let's see. I think it had a Texas in at number 4. We talked about that. Steve Sarkisian has stressed becoming a more physical offense with the run game and contact work emphasized early. So the thing is, he's done that. Like, he's tried to be a physical team, but he's getting the boys. Like, the size is there, but just something's just not translating to the field when it comes to the run game specifically. Like we said, like we've been able to pass block besides last year for the most part, but when it comes to the run game, it's just been a ghost town. Like, it's just like they don't know what the hell to do. And it sucks because I do feel at times I feel like he hasn't found a balance, because there'll be times where he goes away from the run game too early, and there's times where he sticks to the run game too long. So I feel like he just has to find like a good balance, or just mix it in a little bit more. Because, I mean, when we try to get physical on the run game, it's proven not to work. We tried it against y'all. We tried it against Georgia. We tried it against Georgia again. And we tried against Georgia again, and it just did not work. Well, y'all, when it was that 4th and goal.
Yeah, I mean, but even that. Oh my god, dude! I just hate when the way y'all break runs against us is so annoying because we just miss fucking tackles. But
well, the only run that I can say like that was legit was the Bijan one.
Oh that was nice, but that wasn't BV wasn't there. So with that,
even if he was there, I mean, he's just the type of he's the type of player to like. He's different.
What Caleb's 4th and 1 touchdown. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, keep him in the game. I was like, keep him in the game.
But yeah, no. I think
even against Ohio State too last year. I mean, in the red zone, y'all tried to.
Yeah, we tried to Ohio State. I forgot about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we couldn't, and we would have won the game if we did.
Literally lost by a touchdown.
Yeah. But Connor Robertson, Trevor Gooseby, and Brandon Baker among the linemen setting the tone. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the pod before with the pod with Texas, I think Brandon Baker's due for a big year. I'm excited to watch him play. I think he's going to be really good, and I think he actually does have a chance to be All-ACC first team. But we'll see. I mean, Sark wants to set the tone. That's where it starts, in the trenches, man. You win the game on the line of scrimmage. Is this Sark acknowledging that Texas has been too finesse offensively against elite teams? I don't think he's been. I think we just struggled to run the football against elite teams. That's what hurts us. They know that we have to throw the football, so you just adjust to that. And the elite teams are the Oklahomas. I mean, granted, we've gotten, y'all's number the past recent years, but Georgia, Ohio State, like defensive coordinators like that, masterminds like that, Patricia and how can I forget my dad's name? Kirby Smart. They're gonna adjust. They're gonna see what we're running, and if we have to throw the ball, they're gonna make it an issue. So I don't think there's been too much finesse. I think at times he does try to get too pretty, but I think he just kind of has to. I mean, you would kind of know it better than me, but I feel like he kind of has to, just because we can't run the football, so he has to throw just different looks. But it also hurts us because the stuff that he runs when he tries to get so pretty is the plays that have to develop, and they just take a long time to develop. But if they can, they work.
Yeah, I just think he does way too much window dressing and misdirection. Sometimes I'm just like, bro, you have the better players in most of the teams you play. Like, just run that type of stuff. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
for
my
sure.
guy's better than yours. I'm gonna go.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I don't mean. At times it gets too pretty, but I don't think it's too finessey, if that's a word.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We just got to run the football. That's where it starts. The question is not practice stats. Does Arch need to become the reason Texas wins, or does Texas need to make its job easier through the run game? I think we've answered that question throughout this pod.
100%. I would agree.
Cam's Coleman wanting to catch the plot. I mean, when you're a talented receiver like that, you're supposed to be doing those things.
That's a kill shot. You know what I'm saying?
That was a kill shot.
Michael
Maybe it depends where it was. If it's a safety and they missed the tackle, you know what I'm saying?
Man, listen.
Hey,
bro,
man, I seen who was it? The Saints. No, yeah, the Saints did. Look at Diggs. That was against the Saints, right, in the playoffs.
Yeah,
the safety completely missed him.
But that's just that shit.
I'm just saying it happens, man.
Or that video that Instagram I sent you, that little league safety. I don't know if you ever watched the video, but that safety tried to come tackle that dude and he just spun in a circle. I was like that safety won no smoke. That was my kid, boy. You'd be here with me.
But Cam Coleman plus Ryan Wingo, the best receiver duo Texas had under Sark. What is under Sark? What is under Sark? What do we count as under Sark?
Adonai Xavier.
I know, but like, just as the head coaching, or like.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says duo Texas is had under Sark.
I was about to say hell no.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna go because you got Adonai Xavier.
It has potential. Yes. But I think the thing that hurts Wingo is he's a one-dimensional kind of guy. Like, he doesn't make you miss. Neither did really Xavier, but Xavier is faster than him. But Xavier kind of played more physical than him, even though he's way smaller. Like, Xavier wasn't afraid of contact.
I also think Xavier ran better routes than him.
Yeah. And then
Wingo's kind of like a deer.
Yeah. Coleman has the ability to have one of the best single seasons at Texas, for sure. I don't know if they'll be the best receiver duos under Sark just because of the inability of Ryan Wingo to like make people miss. Like we just have yet to see it consistently. You know, like he runs by people, but like having some finesse to your game or like not being afraid of contact and like running somebody over, like I don't know.
I'm also curious to see like what Ryan Wingo's route tree is because like at Auburn, all he ran was like screens, go balls, curls, posts. Like he didn't really run any like thing inside or any like exotic routes. So I'm curious to see if that was like an Auburn thing or if he was as limited. Because like I feel
that's
like
an Auburn thing.
But even with Hugh Freeze though, I just feel like Hugh Freeze is a great offensive play caller. Like I feel like he would call more. If this is your number one receiver, I feel like you would call more stuff for him to do. And he was young, so maybe he wasn't as polished or whatever the case is. But I am curious to see because I do think that like shout out to my the homie DJ Alexander, but he was like Wingo is going to lead Texas in yards, Cam Coleman's going to lead Texas in touchdowns.
I don't think so. I think Emmett Moses is going to lead us in yards.
He said Mosley in receptions. That's what he said.
I think he's going to lead us in yards and I guess receptions too. I think Mosley is going to be our best receiver, as in like Coleman's gonna be our best receiver, like that's like the go-to receiver, but like somebody that's like dependable and rely on not that you can't rely on Cam Coleman, but like I don't know. I feel like Emmett Mosley is gonna be like that.
That's why that's where I agree with him because I'm like where I get what you're saying, so I think that's where a lot of the receptions are gonna come in. But I think Wingo's gonna lead in yards because he's just more explosive, and like I feel like Wingo's the type of player. I mean, he'll have like. If Sark keeps running those screens, like we saw what those were last year, he would catch a pass first play of the game, have 70 receiving yards.
I'm gonna say this: if you're not catching the ball, he I don't with the talent that we have now. Not that we didn't have talent before, but the talent we have now, especially with these freshmen,
I still think he plays over
I
them.
I think he plays over them, but I think his snaps start getting more limited. You got to catch the football. What's the point of being on the field? You can't catch the ball.
Yeah, but how many drops did he really have? Like 6? I don't know.
He had some crucial ones. I think he had like 11. He had the most on our team.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like 1 a game. Obviously, like you're gonna drop the ball. Cam Coleman had some drops.
Yeah,
like,
you dropping the ball is part of the game. Yeah, but like consistently, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, our whole wide receiver room last year, that's all they did was drop the ball. So I don't know. Maybe it's our receiver coach. Who knows? Or maybe they just weren't used to catching a dart coming out.
I know. I'm waiting on Sark to recruit a receiver himself and actually get him drafted.
They were used to catching those Quinn Ewers little lobs, you know what I'm saying?
Sark be getting these transfer receivers in, coach them for a year, send them to the NFL. The only one that he like got drafted, I would say, is like Xavier in the first round from Texas.
I mean, Wingo's gonna get drafted.
Yeah, but like
Jermaine Bishop's probably gonna get drafted. I don't know what he'll play, but I'm assuming
we'll see. I mean, we think people we'll see. Hey, Jonte Cook. Hey, I seen him on the IG today. The other day, I was like, yo, he about to go crazy with Chambliss. I already know, bro. Ain't
nobody worried about him. They probably gonna fight before the season start.
He finna dunk his head on the goalpost a few times in Austin with Chambliss. Oh no.
He'll fight before the season start, man. But yeah, man. I mean, obviously it's a possibility, you know. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. Muschamp effect. Kind of already touched on that. Are we buying Texas number 4 team in the country? Are we falling into the same preseason hype cycle? No, I mean we have the talent. You know, we have the team to be the best team in the country. To be honest with you, you just gotta win. I mean, we have a tough schedule.
Yeah, we got
tough games. Just gotta win. We have the talent to go out there and beat anybody in the country.
Come on now, this is what they do, man. Off-season champs right here. You know what I'm saying? Let them.
No, are you denying that we don't have the talent to beat anybody in the country?
Yeah, but so do we.
I never said y'all didn't. I'm just saying. They said.
I know. I'm just
saying.
Are
we buying the hype or falling to the same preseason?
Nah, we're buying the hype.
No.
We're buying the hype.
We have the talent to be. Sure, you can go back to his rating because that's what you love to do. But Arch can be the best quarterback in the country.
Oh, as he should be, right?
Yeah,
the dude was the number
as you like to go back to high school days.
That's what they're saying. Number 1 recruit, all right. Like Devin says, you shouldn't be a bust if you're number 1 draft pick. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong.
No, you shouldn't be, but it happens. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, unfortunately we have to start off with this team. Into the
we're gonna
real
be talking
deal.
about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm sorry. Last year when A&M played. That shit was so funny, bro. I'm sorry. Like, that shit had me.
Bro, they should have lost that game, bro. Like,
they should have lost for sure.
Oh, my God. Marcel threw
lost for sure.
Marcel threw a ball in the back of the end zone with like a minute left, and they dropped the pick. And as soon as he dropped the pick, I knew they were going to lose. I was like, bro, they're going to score a touchdown now. And they did. They lost it.
Yeah. Notre Dame, bro.
Beginning of the season, they look bad. I mean, they finished great,
Notre Dame?
They look bad. Their offense looked bad. It didn't look like it had an identity.
Yeah. And they played Arkansas, and everything got corrected.
That's a great game to get corrected.
And then they actually started giving Jeremiah Love the football.
Wasn't it score like 70 to like something?
Bro, it was bad. It was like 40-0 at halftime. It was crazy. Bad. I remember turning it on because I was watching something else, or I was like, "Oh, they're playing," and I was like,
"You turn it right off."
I was like, "Wow." But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about Notre Dame.
We don't play him, Marcus Freeman. Shout out Conley.
We got to touch on them, right? Because they play in the ACC. Or they don't play in the ACC, but they play a lot of ACC teams.
See, that's the thing, man. Like, if you're gonna pick a conference, at least pick a good one.
No, I agree. They play 6 ACC opponents and 4 straight to close the regular season. Notre Dame is not in the ACC football race, obviously. I remember the one year during COVID. That was cool, bro. When they were in the conference, like that was lit. But the Irish face 6 league teams. It may affect the ACC playoff picture as much as any conference member because they do play Miami. I think they play SMU, and then I think they play someone else that's good. BYU. That's like their 3 hard games. Is those 3?
No more USC.
Yeah, no more USC until 2030. the 2025 reset, Notre Dame finished 10-2 after losing its first 2 games and winning 10 straight. The Irish finished number 10 in the final AP poll, which they cried about. Missed the college football playoff, did not play their bowl, which they were crying about. The 2026 preseason coaches poll puts Notre Dame at number 5. I'm not mad at it. The expectation is not simply to return to the playoff conversation. It is to be centered or contend for the national title.
Which I agree. I mean, they have the defense to do it, and I
mean,
think
they went to it 2 years ago as well.
What's his name? I can't remember his first name. Carr.
CJ Carr.
CJ Carr. He got way better as the season progressed. So obviously, going into this season, the offense should be. Yeah, they got some good receivers. Shout out. Is Greyhouse still there?
Greyhouse, Faison. They got somebody from Ohio State that transferred. And then they
Well, Faison's not from Austin, right?
No, I'm just naming them.
Greyhouse.
Yeah, Jayden Greyhouse. Yeah. And
then
what's his? Oh, yes. And then they have they have Larry Fitzgerald's son, and someone else's son, bro. All the NFL players' kids go to Notre Dame for some reason. I don't know.
They just want to lose, man. I don't know. But no, I mean, he looked way better at the end of the season. You know, the offense looked way better. Obviously, they were able to run the ball more effectively. They're probably the best 1-2 punch in the nation, I'd say.
For sure. Both those backs, Jarian Price and Jeremiah Love, got drafted in the first round. You know who developed them? So this is the running back coach at Oklahoma right now. That's all I'll say. But
anyways. So I mean, they don't play many tough games. You know, the ACC is not very tough. Are they at Miami or at SMU? And even then, SMU's not.
Yeah, I have the schedule up right here at a glance. So they play Wisconsin, Lambeau, neutral site. Rice, Michigan State are they got the whole stuff they got to figure out. At Purdue, garbage. At North Carolina.
Hey, Purdue got that. Hey, they got the Indiana game circle, man. Watch out,
man.
It could be for championship, national championships.
They got at North Carolina, which you never know. I don't think they'll be good, but like it's Bill Belichick. You never know. The North Carolina might be good. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. Stanford. At BYU, road swing game, bro. I'm telling you, they're about
Stanford at Stanford or home?
At home. They're about to beat the brakes off BYU. I'm telling you guys right now, this game is not gonna be close,
I might be a BYU fan that game.
Like, nah, I can't, bro. I mean, maybe,
we have a better chance of BYU losing more and beating Notre Dame than Notre Dame losing more and beating BYU.
That's true. So then they play Navy, which I think Navy. Sneaky playoff contender. I think like Navy, like I'm not saying they're gonna beat Notre Dame, but Navy could literally go.
I thought so last year. I think I picked them to cover the spread, and they got the brakes beat off them.
Yeah. Then they play Miami at home. Hey, big Mensa guy, big crystal ball guy. That game, absolutely get them out of there. Carlos hates on both of them, so I don't know like what.
I hate on BYU too, but here we
are. Then they play Boston College week. You know, then they got SMU. At home, but sneaky. SMU is
bro. So all their hard games are at home. Then they go
at Syracuse, which you never know. Yeah, I know. It's besides the BYU game.
That's at BYU.
Yeah.
And you know that game's gonna be at night. Damn, we gotta stay up late for that one. It's gonna start like at 9.
They're gonna beat the brakes off. That might be a good one to stream, depending on what's going on.
You wanna go?
Go. I mean.
Yeah, I just watched a documentary over there, man.
No big outlier. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? Send us out there. We'll go that way, but man.
What week is that?
I think it's like week 9.
Let's see.
But yeah, I mean, going back over Notre Dame, I mean, yeah, I think is Notre Dame a true national title team, or are we overcorrecting after the anger of last year's college football snap?
No, stick as low as 550.
Damn, that's kind of wild. No, I mean, I'm gonna say they're definitely a national championship caliber team.
Absolutely.
I mean, the team is literally loaded. They really don't have a ton of flaws, and that's why we get mad, because it's like Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman, since Brian Kelly left, has got them better than what they were. I mean, they already went to the national championship. They're recruiting better. They're developing better. So it's like, we just want to see them play geographically in the Big Ten. I mean, that's literally where they're at. They have rivals with a lot of the schools over there. Makes sense. We've said this 1,000 times, but CJ Carr year 2. Go ahead. You got anything else you want to add?
I was gonna say I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out, but I kind of want to say they probably have the best defense in the country. Y'all and them.
I'm gonna say us, them, Oregon, Georgia.
I mean, obviously,
Ohio
statistically,
State.
it's
I'm just
probably
gonna
going to be
pencil
them,
in. I'm just gonna pencil in Ohio State.
right?
I don't know who you
I
said. What?
Statistically, it's probably going to be them, just because of the
Yeah, just because
competition.
of who they play, but
Yeah.
also like we also play a lot of first time starters, so that's kind of interesting as well. Or the transfer or people that have like with new OCs or whatever. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I kind of like the take. I think they'll be a good defense. I mean, their schedule, bro, is just so cake, man. Like, it actually sucks too, because like the fact that they play on NBC, like it already makes the games hard to watch, and then the fact that they don't be playing nobody, it's like you don't even watch Notre Dame. I'll check the score, in between, or I have it on one of the, YouTube TV on one of the other screens, and I'm like, I'm not watching that game. They're winning 31-0. Like, I'm not gonna turn that on, And it sucks to say that, but that's just the case in reality. But we're gonna go CJ Carr real quick, year 2. But he also has a new backfield. No Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. Last year they both combined for 2,046 rushing yards and 29 total touchdowns. Obviously, they both went in the first round. They have Anais Williams, which I've heard of him before. I think he's been there a while, but he was limited last year. And then obviously receiving protection, but who will be that second batch back to emerge for Notre Dame? I don't know Notre Dame's roster like that, but I do think like that is a good point to bring, because while CJ Carr did have a good season, like he was able to just turn it and hand it off to 2 really good running backs, and just kind of rely on them to kind of carry the game, and he kind of managed the game in that situation, right? So 2,741 yards, and he started every single game. That's not a ton of passing yards, So it'll be interesting to kind of see what he looks like moving forward. And can Notre Dame replace the production by committee? See, we kind of answered this, kind of touched on this. This is what I wanted to talk about, the receiver room right here. Jordan Faison returns after leading the Irish with 49 catches, 640 yards, and 4 touchdowns. This is Ohio State transfer, Mylan Graham, former 5-star. He only had 6 catches last year for 93 yards at Ohio State, but he's a former 5-star. So, and if you were at Ohio State, you clearly have talent, right? Jaden Greathouse, which I was super excited for him last year, but I guess, last year was hurt, he did really good in that playoff, really in the playoffs in general at Notre Dame the year before last. Had a really good game against Penn State, played good against Ohio State in the game, but didn't take care, or wasn't healthy. So we'll see kind of what happens, right? For CJ Carr, like, are these weapons gonna excel him as a quarterback? The NFL is really, really high on him. I don't know if I see that. I saw this clip today on Twitter. It was like, if this is what it's going to get you or get you winning the Heisman, I don't want it. It was like he was running backwards, kind of like Caleb, but he threw a pick, like ran backwards for 20 yards and tried to like force a football and just threw an interception. So it's like, is he as good as we think? We'll kind of see. Like, I think they might have to be more of a passing offense this year than a running offense. So that'll kind of show what level he's at. And then another stat I wanted to bring up, I was listening to the college football podcast today with Reese Davis and all them, and they were like, Notre Dame like hasn't had a QB drafted in the first round in like a really, really long time.
What was the last one? Brady Quinn?
Yeah, I think it was Brady Quinn. Like even Jimmy Clausen was a second rounder.
Was it the Panthers?
Yeah, Brandon Cozier, which I don't know how he was a second rounder, but he was. Ian Book.
Where'd Brady Quinn go? Baltimore?
No, I'm pretty sure he went to Cleveland as well first.
And then Baltimore? Didn't he play for Baltimore?
I think he kind of bounced around a lot, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't think, Notre Dame, they haven't really put out
anything because they suck. They haven't won a title in 40 years, and here we are talking about them like they're the end all be all.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2007, almost 20 years ago. They put a first round QB out. So like that, and like yes, they played for 2 national titles since then. But like that's probably like a really big reason why they haven't been able to get over the hump is because they haven't just had like an elite
Well, this is
quarterback.
their first quarterback that's I think in house in a while. Usually they're getting
Yeah,
transfers.
or they'll stay forever. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think if a QB starts at your school for 5 years or 4 years, like 4 years as a starting quarterback, like I think it handicaps the program because I think like if he's like that, he should play 2 or 3, right? And then if
How
he
long was
starts
Cam
full,
Rising at Utah?
probably at least 4 years, I would think. And like, yeah, they were good, but I do think it really halts, especially now in the NIL age. I think it really halts like development and stuff because it's like, I mean, you could develop, but you need to play games at the end of the day to develop. And then it's like if you have this guy that's still playing, because most of the time you're playing, 4 straight years starting or 5 straight years starting, and you're not going to the NFL, you're probably not going to be good in NFL. You might still get drafted, but like you're probably going to be a later day 3 guy, right? So you're probably preventing somebody from getting developed. And then in that case, it's like if you have a highly touted kid, maybe he wants to go to your school, but he's like, oh, this guy's still going to be there. Like, I'm not going there. Like that's a real thought process. And I think Notre Dame, the reason I said this is because Notre Dame with Ian Book, I swear he started 4 seasons. Like I swear he was a 4-year starter there because
Was
he was
it
like the
two?
last. I know he played in. I swear he
Was it
started
Sam
2.
Hartman then him or him then Sam
No, he was
Hartman?
out. He was before.
It was before Sam Hartman? Because that's who they got
Yes.
after him, right? Sam Hartman?
Yes. Yeah. Ian Book was 30-5 as a starter.
Damn.
Started 35 games.
3 years?
How many years?
3?
Yeah, 3. But like still, like,
Where do you go?
dude, he got drafted by the Saints, and then shortly after the Saints, on the Eagles, then Patriots practice squad, Chiefs practice squad, Eagles practice squad in 2024, and then now he's out the NFL.
Happens just
So
like
like,
that.
just like that, it just happens. But yeah, I know we got a little off topic. We already kind of went through
Yeah, I
Notre
was
Dame's
gonna
schedule.
cut to
But
the
go ahead if there's
prediction
anything
lane.
you
You know what
want
I'm
to.
saying?
Yeah,
Floor. This is for their wins and losses this season.
shit,
Floor.
that
I
shit is
mean,
low.
the
I mean, high. I guess
yeah. I
is
mean,
what I'm trying to say.
the floor. I'd say 2 losses. Most likely 2 losses, and their ceiling's
Two at the
undefeated.
two at the most, I think, bro.
Yeah, the floor is like 2 losses, and that's
Yeah.
a typical Marcus Freeman loss. One of those games that they shouldn't lose, and
Hey, shit,
then
look what a Lou Fickle come out and punch him in the mouth.
you know what I'm saying, and then
That'd be
maybe
lit.
one at the end of the season. Yeah, I'd say like 2 losses, and then
I
most
mean, the only game I think somebody in OU
it's gotta be
Discord
like
today was
Syracuse and Miami, SMU, and BYU. It's gotta be.
yeah,
They'll probably lose one of
yeah,
those 4 games.
yeah, and I think they'll probably be favored against everyone but Miami, and
Yeah,
they might be favored because it's at home,
yeah.
so they might be favored in every game this year. Um, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. 10-2 is the floor. Most likely, I'm going to go 11-1. I
Yeah.
think they do lose one game. I don't think they'll go undefeated. Um, so that's kind of my prediction for the record. I'm gonna say 11-1. I don't know what Carl's is gonna say.
I'd say like 11-1. They'll probably just
Bet
lose one game and make the playoffs and lose the first round of the playoffs because they suck.
best win. I'm gonna go
Miami,
Miami. Most dangerous trap game. I'm gonna
BYU.
go SMU. I'm gonna go SMU. Even though they're at home, I just think SMU will. They're an experienced team. Kevin Jennings is. I mean, he's been in the playoff before. He's been playing. This will be his 3rd year as a starter. Like, I think they can give them some problems.
CJ
CJ
Carr.
Carr.
I don't know. I
Sorry,
can't
you got
even
it.
read that sentence.
I'm
No.
gonna go no. I'm gonna go
CJ Carr,
no.
a Heisman finalist. I don't even know why it's on there.
I think you gotta have Heisman moments, bro. And like he only, let's be
But we're
realistic.
talking
He's
about a
probably gonna win.
finalist. You got Arch Manning. You got Julian Sayin. You got
You got
John was
Mateer,
here. You
you got
got Cam
Jeremiah
Coleman.
Smith,
You got Jeremiah Smith. You
uh,
got
Dante
Chambliss.
Moore,
You got Dante Moore. You got Kawan
Julian Sand.
Lacey. I already said him. And then
Okay.
Kawan Lacey. That's 7 people already.
Shit, even Sam Levitt, Trinidad
Yeah.
Chambliss. I'm just saying, like, I don't think so, but like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Those
it's
are people
possible.
that are for sure better than him.
Shit, Drew Mestamaker of Oklahoma State is
Hey,
cold, bro. Like,
that'd be fire.
yeah, I mean,
Oklahoma
never
State's
know,
better
but
to know you, man.
hey, I'm gonna be betting on Oklahoma State this year. I think they're gonna make us some money.
Because they're better than y'all.
No,
What
but
happened the last game?
they cheated. They had to tackle Drake Stoops in the end zone.
What does your brother like to say?
Let's say most recent.
Okay.
Tell them line it up. We've been waiting. Tell them spot the ball, man.
Most recent,
but
if Notre Dame is 10-2 again, is the season a success or is anything short of a playoff run disappointing? I mean, they're gonna make the playoffs at 10-2. Even if they're 9-3, they'll still make the playoffs with the role that they have. Anytime you get in the playoffs, it's a successful season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as long as they make the playoffs, that's fine. They have to do something in it, but I just hope like we have to hate on Notre Dame. We need them to lose. Even if they get in the playoff, we need them to lose. Like we need to make it as much. We need to incentivize them as much as possible to join a conference. But like the way what we're hearing with these playoff expansions, going to 20 teams potentially, like they're gonna be like, if it goes to 20 teams, like they're not joining a conference. They're gonna make it every year and still have their their special privileges. So like it is what it is. It just sucks that they get this special privilege because they are who they are, even though they haven't won a title in 40 years. But
it's so disgusting, bro.
Well,
so just do 25 at that point. Like, whoever finish in the top 25, you're in.
Yeah,
20 is disgusting. It's just
first what?
I mean, I've gone on a rant time in and time out.
The first 12 buys.
The more you increase it, the less it means, man.
They're just looking at them paychecks, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
They seeing that money. They seeing that revenue.
I can't fault them. I'm just saying.
All right, so they're gonna be kind of brief with this because I know we're running a little behind. We're probably like 20 minutes behind. But ACC Media Day, State of the Conference, right? Miami reached the national championship game last year, even though they didn't play for the conference title. It was Virginia and Duke in that game. I remember because we were saying if Duke did win, but we were saying like they tried to make a case to make the playoff.
That boy, Manny Diaz said that's a playoff team right there.
Absolutely.
I said, boy, hell no.
Absolutely not. I mean, they had mint, so they could have maybe made something shake, but like I don't think they would have.
Like that. Like
I will say
if they made it and Texas didn't, like that just.
I will say them playing over any of these teams, but I would have liked them playing
for sure
or Oregon better than
for sure. But I mean, with the stupid rules that they have, you can't do that, unfortunately.
But yeah, ACC placed 11 teams in postseason play, which is bowls. Went 9-5 there, including 7-3 against Power 4 opponents. So they took care of business in the postseason. The league earn more respect, or will it be treated automatically behind SEC and Big Ten? I mean, yeah, I just think until the ACC can continue to have two perennial teams that are competing for the playoffs or national championship recognition, I think they have to just clearly be behind. Obviously, they've won national titles in the past, but I mean, Clemson has fell off. Florida State isn't Florida State right now. Virginia Tech has been, I think they'll be good eventually with James Franklin, but they haven't been what they were, historically for us. And SMU made the playoff, right? But they're still kind of, making their marks. Carl's mentioned Louisville last episode. Like they kind of are who they are. They start off hot every year and then they kind of just fall off. So Georgia Tech, they're kind of making some noise. I can't believe Stanford got a first place vote. I definitely had to look at that again.
It's got to be one of Andrew Luck's friends.
Bro, I don't understand this. A team that I think can make some noise in here, because I don't even know if they're they are on here. I think Cal at 12, bro. I think Cal is a sneaky, dangerous team. Just because of JKS, they got Oregon's DC as their head coach. And I think if they can we saw it a couple years ago when Miami almost lost with Cam Ward there. Like, I think if they can get a couple of those type of teams to play over there late, never know, man. I don't know if they're gonna like, I don't know if they're gonna win the ACC, but like, I see them at 12. I'm like, it's kind of low. Feel like it's kind of low. I don't know.
I'm just looking at this, and it's just not good. I mean, even throw Pitt on there. Pitt's another team that's like Louisville. They start off hot every year, and then they just fall off. I think we see it time and time again. They always have like a quarterback who goes off, and then I don't know, they just kind of fall off the face of the earth. They just shoot themselves in the leg.
It's crazy,
but they're a team that can definitely ruin your season for sure.
Yeah, and they're going to be scrappy. They're well coached. They're kind of like the Iowa of the ACC. They're going to have a good defense. They're going to put out draft picks. I mean, historically, they put out some of the best players ever in the NFL. So, interesting league. They got to help Miami out. Miami's really starting to separate. It's like clear. It's like not even close. And Clemson's really fallen off, which I do think if that job ever opens up, it will be a hot job as long as they can actually get the NIL in place. Because at the end of the day, it's probably the top. I'd say that it's a top 3 job in that, or top 3 or 4 job in that conference. I would say at the end of the day, you still want to probably go to Miami, SMU now with NIL, maybe Florida State, Clemson if they're good, but like Clemson historically wasn't good till Dabo got there, so you got to put those other schools above them, right? But yeah, I mean, what ranking is the most disrespectful? Duke, Florida State, or North Carolina? I mean,
oh no, they all suck. I'm not even trying to be like they're just not good.
Yeah, and we're probably not even going to cover we're probably going to do what we did with the Big Ten. We'll probably talk about the major teams and keep it pushing. But
it's gotta be, I don't know, because Duke lost everybody. They just lost the quarterback. That's the biggest thing. Florida State, I mean, I don't even know if they even know how to run a program. North Carolina, this man's worrying about being laid up with a mermaid. Like, I don't know. I mean, is he just there for a check? Like, what? I don't know about North Carolina.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy seeing like North Carolina 831 points and then Boston College is 491. Like, that's such a crazy
big separation. Yeah, I don't think any of them are disrespected. I think they're right on point.
Yeah. I think.
Now, granted, Florida State has clearly they beat Bama last year, so there's something there. But
man, that's insane.
I don't know. We got to see, man. This might be Mr. Norvell's last season with him, man. So
yeah, I want to ask you now: does he get fired this year? Yes or no?
He'll get fired by October, November.
Let me look at their schedule real quick because it's not on here. All right. So they'll play New Mexico State. Shout out Joe Morris, DC there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out my old head coach, man. I'm gonna be going for them. I doubt they win, but let's see if they can. That'd be actually comedy if they did that. And that's week 0. SMU. Then they got SMU at home. Tough game. Then they go to Bama. Sheesh. It could be 1-2 real fast, like Carlos is saying. Central Arkansas. They get Virginia at home, and we saw what Virginia did to them last year. Kind of got that seat a little warm when they stormed that field. Then they go to Carlos, you might be right, bro. Oh my God. Then they go to Louisville. Then they go to Miami. Then they get a bye. Then they have Clemson.
Is that Louisville game on a Friday? Louisville always plays them random Fridays.
Yeah, it looks like it is October 9th. Yeah, looks like it's on a Friday. Yeah, Carlos. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He might be
literally on a Friday.
Because I'm looking at they play Boston College, which they should beat them, but it is there. Then they go to Pitt, bro. Then they play NC State, who I think is gonna be solid, and then they got Florida, and I'm really big on Summerall, bro. Like they might be cooked, bro. Like,
yeah, they
dead ass could win 2 or 3 games this year.
It's got to be more than that. That's what they won last season.
I mean, I'm looking. But the only games that I'm like, I feel really good about them winning, like right now, is New Mexico State, Central Arkansas, and then maybe Boston College.
Nah, if they don't beat Boston College, bro, like
But that's only 3 games. Everybody else, I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna beat them. And some of them, they're for sure not the clear-cut favorite. So it's just like they got a lot of. It's like they got probably 3 that I could like
They're
pencil in, and they
slightly
got
under favored
a
against
bunch of coin
SMU.
flips. I mean, if I need to I feel like I need to look at their odds, bro.
It's
the
spread is 2.5.
Like for who?
SMU.
What game? Really?
Yeah, 2.5.
I feel like I might just take SMU to win it outright.
You get better odds taking the spread. Not
2.5
much.
is kind of low. Yeah, I mean,
I
don't know,
at that
man.
point, take Florida State winning it and get some plus odds.
Yeah, I get the plus odds, but like, yeah, I mean, bro, at the end of the day, I need to look at these futures real quick. I'm sorry, man. I just curious what their win total is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I feel like it's got like, cause I feel like that'll give us a lot of insight, right?
They're favored against Virginia by a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I feel like they're gonna be good. The 6.5, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I might take the under on that.
They gotta win 7, bro.
They gotta win, bro. 7 though.
1,
bro, look.
2, 3 for sure. I'm saying 3 for sure. Okay. So
Okay,
they're saying SMU's a coin flip. They're favored against Virginia.
Louisville, they're probably not favored.
They're not favored. Clemson, they're slightly underdogs. 1.5 spread. So, who's the QB there?
No idea. I couldn't tell you. Bro, in order for them to go over, they have to win those 3. They have to win the 3 guarantees, we think, and then they have to win 4 out of the NC State. So they could realistically beat. They'd have to beat Virginia, NC State, Pitt, and Florida, guaranteed as well. And then like, I just don't think they're beating. Bad. I think the under is nice, bro. I think that's the play there. Maybe. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe.
I'm not gonna lie.
So now let's talk about the contenders because they're not one. Preseason number 1 is gonna be Miami, obviously, and then number 2 is SMU. I think those are for sure the 2 clear-cut winners of this program. I feel like
it's Miami, and then a large gap too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like SMU as your number 2 in a Power 4 conference kind of speaks a lot about your conference.
Yeah,
they just came to a power school, and they're like.
What also shows like the resources.
Like they could have won it last year, but they lost to. They beat Miami, and they lost to somebody. Was it Cal or Stanford? Wasn't it like over there?
They lost to Cal.
In overtime, or like late or something like that, and that's what lost it. Cal. They had to win that game, and they would have won, or they would have been in the championship.
Yeah, they lost to Cal, which is. I'm happy for them, bro. I think it's really good for the ACC to have a Big Ten or a Texas team. I go
for them just because they're. The Pony Express coming back, man. They can do it legally now.
Yeah, they got to just continue to upgrade that stadium because it's kind of.
They did.
Yeah, for the level of school it's been and is. Yeah, they lost to Cal last year. And Wake Forest.
Oh. It's a bad loss.
By 1. That's a bad loss.
So was Cal, but
that's a loss to TCU. That was non-conference and Baylor. I remember the Baylor game was like triple or overtime or something crazy. It was like a crazy game.
Oh yes, I remember that. They were kicking field goals. I remember that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We kind of
there's just not much to talk about with the ACC.
I'll talk about these 3 teams, and then we can kind of keep it pushing. Louisville, Clemson, Georgia Tech. ACC champion or simply a very good 9-win team. Yeah, they got Lincoln Keyholtz, who transferred from Ohio State. Isaac Brown, that's a name. I remember Texas was high on him when he was thinking about maybe jumping in the portal. He ended up not. Very explosive running back and very talented. And Jeff Braun, bro. That dude can call some offense. I just want to see him actually sustain a season. Louisville, they will do this where they start off good, they maybe clip somebody, and they just can't finish it. So can they stay in the mix? Can they hang around long enough to maybe at least play for the ACC title, which I think they did a couple years ago against Florida State. Well, Florida State went undefeated, but they didn't obviously, make the playoff. Clemson, number 4, which is crazy.
Cameron Ritter?
That was with what's his name? That broke his leg. That
who you talking about?
Florida State of Virginia.
Jordan Travis.
Yeah. That's when he broke his leg, and that was like one of the worst conference championship games of all time. Like Jared Verse and Fisk literally had to carry the team on defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Clemson. The number 4 is Clemson. Preseason number 4 in the conference. Is Clemson actually underrated for the first time in a decade? I mean, I think they are underrated because I do think they are still recruiting well, and I do think Dabo knows what he's doing clearly from a talent standpoint. I mean, he said today that they have nobodies on the team, and I think Dabo is like Kirby kind of, where he can motivate his team any kind of way. My issue with Clemson is just like it's just frustrating because I feel like if Dabo was just like, yo, give me some money so we can be competitive, I think he would get it. And also, I think like people in the portal would want to go to Clemson. And like, that's what bothers me. It's like, clearly, like the way you've been doing things hasn't been working. Like you need to make some adjustments, but like he's also stubborn because he's won 2 national titles, and I can't fault him. And I can honestly see him retiring probably soon too. So,
their quarterback is Christopher Vizina.
He's been there a long time.
He's a redshirt junior, but he played against SMU last year, and he threw for 317 and 3 touchdowns.
Okay, should be. I mean, I think he was a 4-star too. So it's like I said,
that's a promise.
They're gonna be talented. It's just like, and they got TJ Moore, they got Brian Wesco, like very good receivers. Like they're not gonna be trash by any means. They might give LSU a tough time. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But, how much heat does Dabo feel if Clemson finishes 4th or 5th in the ACC title? I mean, I definitely think at that point you got to have a discussion. The problem is they did make the playoffs 2 seasons ago and won the ACC 2 seasons ago. So it's not like they've fallen off that much. But I do think like you're Clemson. Like, and right now Florida State's down. Miami's good now. But then like, if you're in the ACC and if you're in administration at Clemson, you look at Virginia Tech and it's like, look what they're doing. They just got James Franklin. They're investing into the program. They haven't won a title like we have recently, but I think like you see stuff like that, Georgia Tech, who we're about to get to here soon. Like you see these other teams kind of stepping up and you're not. That's going to rub some people the wrong way. Because when you start winning, Carlos, we talk about all the time, like you get used to that. That's the expectations. Like if you're not doing that or compete for national championships, at the end of the day, it is a failure, right? So, Georgia Tech, Carlos, how you feel about them? I mean, we got Haynes King's on the rise, or
no, he's gone.
Oh,
he was a quarterback.
Like,
he just won the game for Panthers,
crazy.
Man.
Yeah,
boy,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out that boy Carson Beck. Yeah,
he lost, right?
Shout out Carson Beck.
He lost, right?
I seen him with a no look the other day in practice. I'm like,
he lost, right?
Hey, Carlos, if I have a better record than you in fantasy, you gotta buy a Beck jersey on DHgate and wear it to the draft next year.
I'll be, if I get last place, I'll do that as a punishment. Absolutely not. But you got Alberto Mendoza that takes over at QB. That's Fernando Mendoza's little brother.
Oh wow,
I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I would believe.
It'll be interesting to see how he does. It sucks that your brother is Fernando Mendoza because you might get compared to him a lot and the expectations might be up there. But that's who they have a quarterback. Their offense is kind of interesting because I feel like they're pretty run heavy, even with their QBs. And maybe that's just how it seemed because of Hayes King. He was kind of a dual threat guy, but they like to run him a lot. And do they run? What kind of offense they run?
It's not the option, but it is like
it's like a weird.
It's very run heavy.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called.
I'm about to look it up.
But then
Spread motion or power spread offense was called.
Okay. Justice Haynes is there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I got him in my draft.
Yeah, he's there.
He's finna cook, bro.
Yeah.
That offense is perfect for him.
So I mean, they might be a little sneaky team, hold the football and milk the clock, score some points.
And they're gonna be a tough team. I mean, I like Brent Key a lot. You guys have heard me last couple seasons on this show. I've been very high on him. I had them as a dark horse playoff team last year. So
they play for him.
They play for him, and he's gonna have his team ready to go. I mean, they play a brand of football that will keep you in, I think, any game as long as they don't turn it over or get in a shootout. Real quick, we'll kind of scan through the All-ACC team. We'll just talk about some of the highlights. Mensah, quarterback. Malachi Toney, obviously receiver. Mark Fletcher from Miami is really good running back, and Isaac Brown, Louisville. Deuce Robinson, solid guy. I mean, he's at Florida State, but I could see him having a big season there. Just being the number one. Wesco, we mentioned earlier. And then on the defense, the only person that I'd know, because I don't, this is not in my conference, is Sammy Brown. I think he's very good. I saw him in a mock draft the other day, going 16 overall to the Jags. So I think he'll be good. But this is it's the ACC, man. I mean, best player regardless of position is probably Malachi Toney, I guess. We saw what he did last year as a freshman. The dude's pretty special, and it's kind of wild because he wasn't a high recruit. He was only a 3-star. So the fact that he did what he did last year as a freshman, I only expect him to get better, and I think he's going to even have. I think he's going to have better quarterback play, even though we saw back in preseason. But I think he's going to have better QB play. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. Oh, we got the picture. Yeah, I'll let you lead this one.
ACC title game. They fixed it this year, right?
Let me look at the rules, because last year, bro, remember there was a game that didn't even count as an ACC game.
It was
North Carolina State and Virginia, or one of those type of Wake Forest and somebody.
Oh, something like that. I can't remember who. But yeah, the rules play a big factor in this, because last year their rules were funky, because Duke was 5th and they were in the championship. So
yeah, I got the new rule right here. After a 5-way tie for second place, put Duke in the ACC Championship over a higher ranked Miami. New tiebreaker was announced. Get them to the right place. The number one tiebreaker remains head to head. The ACC says no team will be overly penalized or rewarded. So head to head, direct competition results between. Yeah, we know what that is. Schedule equity. They're going to measure the schedule.
So it's essentially the same rules as last year.
Teams are not unfairly helped or hurt by playing a different number of conference games, 8 versus 9 games during scheduling transitions.
Because I know last year that was the thing too. Some people play more conference games than others.
See, that makes no sense though. Just if you move it, just make everyone play the same thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Miami.
And they have body of work as a metric too.
Miami.
I gotta look at these schedules low key. Because I mean, now with these as big as these conferences are,
I don't know why I feel like SMU's not gonna make it. Miami.
Damn. It's crazy. Outside all the ACC teams have the contenders all have a tough non-conference game. Louisville plays Ole Miss.
Miami. SMU. Let's go Miami, Georgia Tech.
Okay, Georgia Tech plays Tennessee week 2.
Yeah, Miami, Georgia Tech. Still something different out there.
Virginia plays West Virginia week 3. Oh. Solid.
Oh, my champion is Miami. Player of the year. It's probably going to be Darian Mensah. Sleeper outside the top 5. Don't think there is one. I think this conference is horrible. Most overrated.
Shit.
It's kind of perfectly rated. Most underrated. I mean, I guess you could say Clemson. Bold prediction: Georgia Tech is in the ACC Championship. We already did the Notre Dame record.
Yeah. All right, I'll go next. ACC title game. I'm gonna go Miami and Clemson. I'm gonna trust Dabo this year. I think they fixed some things. ACC Championship. I'm gonna go champion. I'm gonna go Miami. ACC Player of the Year. I'm gonna go Darian Mensah. Sleeper outside the top 5. I'm gonna go Cal. Most overrated. I will go. I mean, like Carl said, I think everyone's properly rated. It's probably the best one we've had, to be honest. Most underrated? I guess I'm gonna say Cal again, just because, I just think they're gonna be a lot better than 12. Bold prediction. JKS and Cal go over their win total. I think it's 6.5. I think they win 8 or 9 games. So I have them at. And then we did the Notre Dame record. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. We got through that conference. We just have the worst conference coming up next episode.
See, but I feel like the Big 12 is going to be so much more fun, though. Like, it's just such a fun conference. DJ Lagway in there, like
it's fun. Fun because there's a lot of cannibalism. Not that there isn't in the ACC, but there's no front runner winner, in my opinion. I mean, I guess you could say Tech. I forgot about them. Sorry. You can say Tech, but like the conference is still wide open. Like, I don't know, man. It's just I just every time I just hear the Big 12, I just go and think of Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's another team, bro. Like, I don't think they're gonna. I mean, they look tiny, but at the end of the day, like the go-go offense with Julian Lewis, DeAndre Moore, Cicado from San Jose State. I think they'll be a fun team. I'm just excited to bet on.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
I like, hey, these player props be calling my name like the Green Goblin mask, bro. These dabbles.
After you told me that you literally played a circus on offense last year, and now you got to actually read a playbook.
That was comedy.
How much better is that offense going to be?
Bro, and they're practicing at a high school. I know you've seen that.
Yeah.
So and I'm like,
know, bro.
I was just like, I commented, I was like, why are y'all practicing at a high school? And then they were like, you know how Colorado fans are. And I was just like, they were like, oh, because they want to bond and stuff. And I'm like, bro, you're gonna
bond in fall camp.
Yeah, you're the flagship school in Colorado. Like, you have the facilities to keep it on campus. Like, that makes zero sense to me, but it is what it is. And we'll touch on them next week. So, but yeah, we're getting close, man. What, 17 days before week 0?
Yes, sir.
Me and Carlos, we might stream that. I don't know if it'll be ready yet, but we might try and stream then, or if not, we're gonna try. Maybe we'll link up in person and just watch some of the games together and hang out. But, yeah, it's coming, bro. It's coming fast. I mean, I'm excited. I think this year's once again very wide open. ACC. I mean, Miami did play for the Natty last year. So we'll see, but I mean, I really hope that we can see the Virginia Tech. You know what's crazy? I feel like we kind of skipped Virginia Tech, but
it's a first season, and I mean,
yeah, I just want to hear like what do you think? Like, do you think they're going to be good, or what do you think?
What's their schedule looking like? Let me see.
Because I feel like we should talk about them real quick.
Let me see what their schedule's looking like. I got it right here. I mean, they should start off 3-0, 4-0.
Okay.
Because they play VMI Cadets. Do you know who that is?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at their schedule.
Do you know who that is? VMI.
No, I think it's some Virginia school.
Then Old Dominion, then at Maryland, then at Boston College.
Their schedule kind of hard.
Yeah, but they should start off 4-0. So like, they only need 2 more wins for a bowl game. So they have Stanford.
I think that should be the expectation. There is
make
a bowl.
I think they can make a bowl.
Well, Cal, I think but they go there. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they can make a bowl game.
I do think they clip one of the big teams too, because they play Clemson, Georgia Tech, SMU, Miami. I think they win one of those.
I think they have 7 wins.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they have 7 wins.
Hey, it'd be cool if they like.
What's the future? What's the over under on there?
Virginia Tech.
Win total. I say 6.
Virginia.
I say it's 6.5. I don't know it. I'm gonna say 6.5.
6.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the nail.
I think they get it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean.
All right, man.
I wonder what the odds are on that, man. But regardless, I'm excited. I'm rooting for Virginia Tech too. I want them to be good, bro. It's been a while, so
the way James Franklin went out too is,
Yeah, exactly. I think he's a good coach, and I really think like this is a good place for him to be because they have a lot of hype and expectations, but they know they haven't been good in a while. So I think he's going to get some time too.
Yeah.
So,
all right, man. Yeah. That'll do it for boys over here, man. Like I said, next week we got the Big 12. And then we save the best for last, the SEC. But football season's almost here. It's almost upon us. Like Cam said, 17 days. It's right around the corner, man. It's we pray for this all year long, and then when it's finally here, it goes like that. So,
literally the best time of year.
We're in for a great season, man. So let's keep it pushing. But that'll do it for my boys over here at Opinionated Media. As always, welcome.
Boomer.